it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the Coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Go now. 70, Indy.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now let's take a look here at the Bills offense.
And this offensive line, they're going to have to be a lot better than they were right there. We certainly won't measure them just by one play, but they've definitely got a big challenge ahead of them in this one because this defense, they love to run blitz, and they clog up the running lanes.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
third down is a key down in any game you play, and third down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 15 yards, 1st down Atlanta.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
I'm coming.
Operating from the gun. Jones, he gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. And I'm not sure this is going to stand. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hey.
Rush in.
Hey, Zoo.
49 to Mike. Watch 49.
Yeah.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Hey, let's get this. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch this.
Hey, seam 6.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Get it.
From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ready?
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike's 49. Watch a slap. Watch a
Shoot.
Jones now on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends in a touchdown run from Devontae Freeman. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
This is taken around the 12. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Balaj. And some space here. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Jones on 1st and 10. This one caught by Ridley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Score! Ready?
They'll run here with Balaj. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
You got tight right there. Yo, go! Check. Watch out. Leo, you're out.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Go!
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Now!
Here I come. 51's the mic, boy. 51. You.
Now Jones. He completes it to Jones. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Go! 18 Gators.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Slam.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They run it with Balaj. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Throwing Jones. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes, because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now, The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards that time. Bills first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McKenzie.
Let's go. Get set.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Willie Henry gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Staying on his feet. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. 3rd quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Ready to break.
49 to Mike. Watch 49.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike 49. Mike 49.
Get it.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows.
He's got it at the 15. A gain of 32 that time. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check 4, check 4.
Balaj. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Protein spill. Hey, orbit.
47 Mike, 47 Mike. Mike 47.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Let's go.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
X3, 218, chop, snap.
2nd and 5. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
49 to Mike, 49 to Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming.
Hey, Charlie.
49 to Mike.
Go.
On 3rd down, Jones. And he's going to go down again. Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. held in at the 32. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. And very little issue in that one for the Redskins, opening their lead a bit further. A 1st down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll go again to Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken in at the 11. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will score. Touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Ready? 60 or.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step up.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Back to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Pass there he goes, left side. And he takes this one back. The Falcon defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A throw over the middle, taken in, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You got nothing.
Ready?
They'll drop the throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? This is caught. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. 4th down, trailing in the... And they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ready, ready. 60 outlaw.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Ready. 90 Wolf.
51 to Mike. Hey, let's get in that hole.
5.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This complete to Jones. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
80 weapon.
Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Go.
So we got man. 51 Mike. Mike 51. Here we go.
Bravo.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Oh, yeah.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said,
and now look at him go. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Donald Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills get a bit closer. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a big...
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It's a victory.